What is up, guys and girls? Hurricane Liz here, and in this video, if you haven't been approved for influencer, then you definitely cannot miss this, specifically phase 2. So if you haven't been approved for influencer phase 2, I'm going to cover why that's the case and how you can get approved with the following 7 tips. So if you're still not in the best side hustle of the century, then you want to take a listen and see what I got to say. So I'm super fired up for this video. I hope you're fired up. Let's do this. All right, so before we jump into my screen share, I just wanted to tell everybody that if they still have not been approved for influencer and they just can't make it past phase 1 and or phase 2, I do recommend to look below. My email is there. Send me an email and I will send you my guide on the topic for how to get approved. So today though, we are going to talk about, let's say you've been approved through phase 1, and if you haven't already, you definitely want to pick up that guide. But let's say you got approved for phase 1, what now? Maybe you've been declined once for phase 2. And I do want to remind everyone that in phase 2, you've got 3 strikes and you're out. What does that mean? That means, let's say you upload their required 3 videos. They want to see how you perform on these 3 videos. You upload those and you get disapproved. That's strike 1. You got 2 more shots of uploading 3 videos and trying to meet their standards. So a lot of people are up in arms, like they don't tell you specifically what those standards are. They just tell you, hey, pretty much, we're sorry, we don't want you, get on out. Upload another 3 videos after you delete these. And you're pretty much left wondering, like, WTF, what the hell am I supposed to do? Well, today I'm gonna cover my top 7 tips and a bonus one, so you want to stick to the end for the bonus one, on how to guarantee that your strike 1 is the last strike that you have and that you will get in on number 2 try. All right, so tip number 1 is make sure you have the best quality audio you can. And here I've got an example of an external mic. This is a lavalier clip-on lapel that you plug in. Unfortunately, it only works for old school iPhones that have the bottom. Like I've got this like 10. It won't work on the 10 because there's no bottom piece here at the bottom. I've also got the 13, which doesn't have that either. So it's not going to work for iPhone, but it will work on almost all Samsungs and any other phone. For iPhone, you're going to have to look at a comparable mic to this. So I would just look up on Amazon, lavalier clip-on podcast mic for iPhone 13 or whatever phone you have. This thing is pretty cheap. It's $29.95 and it will provide excellent audio quality for your videos, which I've seen a lot of people either sound like they have an echo or it's poor or there's external noise that hasn't been filtered out and you hear in the background. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, make sure that you have as thorough a profile as possible. Put that extra effort into the profile. And the reason that I'm picking this guy out is because I do enjoy a lot of his thumbnails that I've seen in the past. And he goes by Tyler Vegas Morrison. And I'll tell you why I like his profile so much. He does have a picture which you should have 100%. He also changed the background banner. A lot of people will leave just the plain blue that Amazon has on there automatically, but you definitely want to change it out for something. This palm tree is fine. It gives me the feel that he's from the West Coast, which is what I think he probably is because he's in Vegas, I'm assuming. It says, and then also his profile says, Tyler's been helping consumers find trustworthy products for over 5 years. I don't know if that's necessarily true or not, but it's still something written in the profile. And then the other thing is he connected 2 of his social media profiles. The first is his Facebook, which you can see here really doesn't have much. I don't even think this is his personal Facebook. He just has a couple posts about what he's doing, right? So this was created 2022. I'm assuming that he became an influencer in 2022, and this is primarily to get business collaborations. And this might be the way that he collects products from companies, right? And then he's got the second thing that he has on here, which is his TikTok. And on his TikTok, he's pretty active. I looked at it earlier. He's got over 178K followers. And he streams, it seems, for some kind of gaming. So while he hasn't posted lately, I think the last video he posted was in October, so October 30th, 2022. He still was quite active at some point, and it was probably the point where he was trying to get approved for influencer. So all in all, he's got a very thorough profile. The other thing he put on here is a couple idea lists, and he also has some photos, which not a lot of people have. So if you take that extra time to put this stuff together before you submit those videos, I think Amazon's gonna see that you mean serious business and you're gonna take it to a whole nother level. So link profiles, even if you don't have that many followers on them. This goes to show just how important that really is to Amazon. Which leads me to the next tip is you should continue to keep posting on your socials, especially when you don't have that many followers. In his case, he was just lucky enough to have that many followers. He worked for them, so he kind of deserved them, but he probably applied on around the end of October, which is early November, to get into influencer. So it seemed logical to Amazon that he was going to continue to post. But if you don't have as many followers as he has, make sure you continue to post in the time that you've submitted and been approved for phase 1 up until you submit your videos for phase 2, and even beyond that. While you're waiting to get the phase 2 approval, continue to post on your social media profile. And I would probably still continue to post on it even after you're in, at least once a week, to show Amazon you're still committed to being an influencer. That brings me to the next tip, which I don't think he had to do, just primarily because he's been in this for quite a while, is I would show my face on the videos. So I don't believe he does do it. If we click into one of these, I believe it's just him showing what he's doing and showing his hands. So I think that's fine. However, the way the influencer is now and the influx of people that have come in, I think you really need to show them that there is a person behind the brand. So they want to see your face. So even if you're camera shy and you don't want anyone else to see you're on the videos, you can delete them after you're approved and start putting videos like Tyler did here, which are just showing his hands. Which brings me to the next couple tips. The first is make sure there's just a plain background. So you can see with him, it's pretty plain. He's just got a desk and he focuses on the product. So there's really nothing else that's on here other than just his hands and whatever the background is. Like for example, he's got just the solid wood background, and that's all. There's nothing else that's distracting about it and nothing else that can take your eyes off of anything but the product. Which brings me to the next tip. Try and make sure that you only focus on that one singular product. So I've seen a lot of other videos that get rejected where perhaps a woman has a purse and it's full of crap, and her one product that's supposed to relieve her heel pain while she's wearing high heels is stuck in a bag with sunscreen and lipstick and makeup and eyelash curlers and all sorts of shit. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that it is primarily focused on that one single product that the review is supposed to be about. Like let's take a look at this bike.
Hi guys, Tyler here from...
He's doing the bike review and he's clearly got the bike here, and there's the only thing in the background is the floor, right? That's all there is. So it focuses on the aspects of the bike, and that's that. There's nothing else that's being focused on other than the bike and the ground. So that's the next tip. And the last tip that I'm going to give is film 2 videos horizontally the way you'd see them if they were being played on YouTube, and then film the final and third video vertically as if you were watching Reels, TikTok, or Shorts. So you want to show Amazon that you've got a variety of ways that you could film videos, because right now they are eating up the vertical videos, but horizontal is the primary way that most people have been uploading them, and that's what they look at. So 2 horizontal, 1 vertical. All right, let's get into the final tip, and it's a good thing that we are in Tyler's profile. You'll notice that he's got a variety of thumbnails, sometimes just focusing his hand holding up the product, and other times focusing on a thumbnail showing just words. If you're going to upload a thumbnail, try to focus on just having words only, something similar to this, what you should know, or just taking a photo of the product just like he has the product in his hand and one single photo shot like that. Don't allow Amazon to pick randomly your thumbnail. Make sure that Amazon is aware that you know what the product is and you're showcasing that to the consumer, and something like this here will do wonders for you in general. So those are my tips, including that special bonus one that should get you approved in phase 2 if you follow these to a T. Again, my guide is available below. Just shoot me an email. I'll be more than happy to send that to you. And questions and comments go below. I always personally answer those, and I'll see you guys next time.